Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the title screen, but anyway, salutations, I'm Jockey. I'm here with both Jaina and Mimi, and welcome to school. This here is Donkey Kong Jr. Math, but I'm also in this part going to be doing Donkey Kong 3, just to cover the rest of the Donkey Kong arcade games, even though there's still Mario Bros. And like Super Mario Bros. Versus and stuff, but this is the next big thing we need to cover. Anyway, we're going to be going into game mode A. Oh, I got myself killed immediately. Okay, well basically, it is Donkey Kong Jr. controls, except you're going around this stage, and you need to hit numbers and symbols in order to get whatever number Donkey Kong put. And also, I just realized can I do two-digit numbers? No, I can't, because it wouldn't let me do 33 there, 3 times 11. The other big thing to note is that Donkey Kong Jr. now suddenly has a random, very pink twin, who I guess just is suddenly a character. I don't even know if he's like in any other Mario games aside from this, but basically, he's the player too. So if I had a second controller plugged in right now, I could be controlling him. And it looks like we can keep adding on to our answer. I didn't know we could do this, so we can just like now hit plus and then another 5 and then don't really have much to say about this game, just in terms of... Ooh, I accidentally added that. But that's okay. Don't have much to say about this game, really, just because it's like... It's math. We go to a symbol, we go to 2 numbers, and then, you know, we get our answer. In very few cases are you actually going to use division or subtraction, because why would you need to take away from single-digit numbers to then get a 2-digit number? So because we can do multiple sequences, we're going to just do 9 times 9, go after that plus symbol, and grab a 1. This is my life. The numbers that you grab will eventually respawn, and those will be a different number this time, so you don't make sure just not to go back to the same one expecting the same number. There also might be multiple of the same number on the screen at a time that maybe would be preferable. Like if you want to do, for example, like this is 8 times 8, and I accidentally hit 32. Whoops, that's okay, we can do times 2. But I was going to do 8 times 8, and those are 2 of the same number. We would have to travel to his end. And I can imagine it would be kind of interesting to have 2 people playing this because, you know, you're competing to reach each number and each symbol. You don't want to be left with just minus and divide. Now, what happens if we pass the number in question? I'm going to do 9 times 9 again. I've actually, because this is my first time playing the game today, ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of a blind playthrough. And I'm just going to experiment and see what will happen if we get over the number. Okay, nothing happens. Now would be a situation where we would have to use a subtract symbol. Okay. Also, it seems like his hands are really the hitbox. You don't touch a number until his hands touch the number, or at least a big portion of his body does. Anyway, that's enough for Donkey Kong Jr. I'm going to be going over to Donkey Kong 3 now. Anyway, normally, ladies and gentlemen, there would be some noise in this game, but because for whatever reason, just the way I have the arcade emulator on, the noise will just be constant static when I'm playing the game, and I don't exactly want that going on, so I'm going to be just muting the game audio for this. But basically, let's get started. We need to add a bunch of credits. We need to add a lot of credits. So many quarters. Anyway, the goal of this game is to spray Donkey Kong to the top of the ropes he is currently on. We are Stanley the Bug Keeper, and we just shoot bug spray at Donkey Kong and these incoming bugs he's throwing at us, and we need to eventually get him to the top. And eventually he'll knock down the super spray here, which reaches the top of the screen, so we don't actually have to go up there. It is an interesting game, I will give it that. I think it's cool how like the bugs are trying to not only kill you, but also grab your vegetables at the bottom of the screen, which that will also cause you to lose. Because, well, it won't cause you to lose, but it's worth points. And basically, that's pretty much the game. You just gotta keep spraying Donkey Kong to the top. The one weird thing I've noticed is that I watched someone play this game. Oop, I died. I watched someone play this game, and in between that last level and this one, there was a completely different level that I can't seem to find. Now, this game wasn't exactly very popular when it came out. It came out in 1983, and Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. were way more popular just because they were a lot more unique for arcades. A shooter is nothing new in the arcades, especially in the 80s. Not to mention, the story of this game is weird. Like, before it was like, oh, Mario's the bad guy and Donkey Kong is the good guy. But now it's like, oh no, Donkey Kong's the bad guy again and Mario's nowhere to be seen. Now we're playing as some guy named Stanley. That's the end of that level. We dropped the hive on him. Oh, brutal. Why'd you do that to him, Stanley, huh? I don't know if Stanley's ever returned, like, as a playable character in any game. I know he's an assist trophy in, like, Super Smash Bros. Melee, but I think that's about it. So, yeah, we're just like that, we're already back to this stage, and the stages weren't even all that different to begin with. The one kind of annoying thing with the last stage was that in that stage, there were ropes going across the side, which you'll see here. There were ropes going across the side with enemies crossing the ropes, and that made it a bit difficult to fire at Donkey Kong because they were taking hits for him, and they didn't ever die unless you had the really strong shot. Oh, here's the level. Okay, I was going to say, if I never encountered this thing, I would just put up an image in the episode. But, yeah, this is the level. It's, again, not much is different about it. We do have a new enemy, now that we've reached, like, the second run-through, even though I didn't play this level last run-through. This new enemy just splits into 4 Bs when they die, and it can be kind of lethal, as you see there. Oh, that's just messed up. All those bugs just devoured him. I feel like we just got fatality'd by Devora. It's kind of weird how we're shooting bug spray directly in between Donkey Kong's legs. I don't exactly like the implications here. Oh, and that's it. That's our last life. We now lost completely. We got our last score. I did pretty terribly, I'm aware, but at least I got to show off all the levels and all that. So, basically, this is what was left over from the Donkey Kong legacy. Not exactly the more popular Donkey Kong games, and there is still one more I like to get to, that being on the Game Boy, but that's a bit of a ways away. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I'm going to be out of here. Mimi, say something to say goodbye. Mimi's not saying anything.